everyone, this is Karen.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Shane.
Today we're looking at part 2 of When in Rome. And the vocabulary words are fair.
Fair.
I may not have won, but I thought the judge was fair.
Delicate.
Delicate.
These paintings are very delicate, so please be careful.
Bunch.
Bunch.
Sam and his father ate a bunch of grapes during lunch.
Faucet.
Faucet.
Beth turned on the faucet and let it run until the water was hot enough.
So we're still talking about when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
So there's a dialogue for part 2 discussing this law about the Spanish steps.
No sitting.
Right.
No sitting on the Spanish steps.
Yes. Have you ever been to the Spanish steps?
No, I haven't.
So you've never been to Rome?
No, I haven't. I've never been to Rome.
There are a lot of tourists there.
Okay.
And the problem with tourists, sometimes they don't really respect they don't do in Rome as the Romans do. They just think like the fountains are their personal swimming pool.
Really?
They just splash water and they just think, I'm paying money, I can do whatever I want.
Did you actually witness this with your own eyes?
Yeah, I saw tourists really go into the fountains and splash around, or they will allow their children to do that. And it's a little bit out of control. And the Spanish steps, really, so many people sit on it, on them. And then when they leave their food.
Garbage.
And of course, these things are very precious. So I've seen it firsthand.
So the law is there for a reason, right?
Yes. So I think when you're traveling, you really do need to respect the laws because they're there for a reason, which is to protect that beautiful environment so that many generations in the future
can still go and enjoy the beautiful view.
All right. So be a good tourist.
Be a good tourist. That's very good. Okay, enjoy.
Enjoy.
When in Rome.
Laura and Alex are visiting the Spanish Steps in Rome. Unbelievable! We can't sit down on the Spanish Steps. I wanted to take a selfie.
Seems fair to me. Now you can get a good look at the steps without all the people blocking your view.
Are you serious? It's against the law to sit. How's that fair? What if you're disabled?
No, you can sit, just not on the Spanish Steps.
The point is that people should be free to sit wherever they want.
What if people damage the steps? They're very delicate.
So fine them if they do any damage.
Today's lesson is called When in Rome, Part 2. Hi everyone, my name is Jeff.
And I'm Mike. And in part 1 of our article, we were talking about how some places like Rome that are very popular with tourists and more tourists go every year, how places like this, like Rome, have put in these new rules to kind of stop tourists from ruining the city and causing problems that will stop it being attractive for future generations. You can't sit on the Spanish Steps in Rome anymore, and swimming in a fountain is also a definite no-no. You can get big tickets, big fines for this.
Which makes total sense to me. Don't swim in fountains. That's just weird.
don't do that.
But sitting on the Spanish Steps? Really? You can't do that anymore? And if you do, you'll get fined? That sounds a bit strange. But remember, when in Rome, everyone, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Anyways, today we are going to be listening in on a conversation between Laura and Alex. Laura and Alex are visiting the Spanish Steps in Rome. There you go. Now, Laura kicks things off by saying, "Unbelievable. We can't sit down on the Spanish Steps. I wanted to take a selfie."
She sounds disappointed.
She sounds disappointed also. You can take a selfie while standing up.
Yeah, that's a good point. And the steps will be behind you, just like if you were sitting on them. But I guess she's seen the big sign. She might have seen that it's a €400 ticket or penalty that you'll have to pay if you do. So she's not happy about this. But her friend, her traveling companion Alex, kind of looks at it and, maybe he thinks about it a bit more and he says, seems fair to me, so he doesn't have a problem with this rule.
There you go. Fair, by the way, it's an adjective. When we talk about something that's fair, we're saying that it's reasonable and it's totally balanced. For example, I may not have won, but I thought the judge was fair. Yeah, the judge didn't favor one side over the other. The judge was a good person. This person was fair. Okay. Anyways, Alex says, yeah, this sounds fair to me. Does Alex have anything else to say on this matter?
He does. He says, now you can get a good look at the steps without all the people blocking your view. Okay, that's a good way of thinking of it.
Yeah, it's not a seat anymore. Yeah. It's actually itself once again.
But it's not great if you have sore legs.
That's true. Yeah, Laura says, are you serious? You think this is fair? It's against the law to sit? How's that fair? And what if you're disabled? What if you have to sit down? Or what, let's say, you're disabled and you can't walk properly. Are you not allowed to sit down and rest, maybe? Now, Alex says, no, you can sit. Go for it. Just not on the Spanish steps. Yeah, so if you're disabled, maybe the Spanish steps aren't for you.
Right, and they have chairs in other parts of Rome, I think.
Sure, yeah.
But I mean, even if you were sick and had to sit down, I'm sure the police, if they came over, they would probably allow that in a special circumstance. But for a normal tourist, no, you can't sit on the Spanish steps. And they explain the point is that people should be free to sit wherever they want. This is Laura's idea. She thinks rules about not sitting, that's crazy and stupid. It's a free world. I should be able to sit wherever I want.
Alex, though, brings up a good point. He says, what if people damage the steps? They're very delicate.
Yeah, absolutely they are. Something that's very old, like the Spanish steps, could be definitely delicate. This adjective means it's easily damaged. It's easily broken. And for an example, very similar, the Queen's Head, right, here in Taiwan at Yaleo. You used to be able to go up and touch it and stuff. You can't do that anymore. It's very delicate. If too many people touch it or if too many people sit on the Spanish steps, they can get broken, get damaged, maybe fixed, maybe not, but it won't be the same. So just respect it and leave it alone. Look with your eyes, not with your hands. For example, these paintings are very delicate, so please be careful. Stop throwing my Picassos around. They're very delicate. Don't play frisbee with my Picasso.
I promise I won't. Anyways, Laura says, well, so fine them if they do any damage. I want to sit on the Spanish steps. I'm not going to break them, but it makes sense to fine me if I did do some damage to the Spanish steps.
I guess so.
I guess so. Anyways, though, we'll have more on this conversation right after a short break. Don't go away.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们在第一天的课文读到，罗马有几项新的旅游规定，像是不能在公车上唱歌啊，你不能在公共场所吃得脏兮兮的，不能在城市喷泉里面游泳，然后不能坐在西班牙阶梯上等等。虽然这些规定听起来好像蛮怪的，可是都是为了要维护罗马而推行的。Jeff 老师在开场的时候用到 weird， 就是用来形容这个奇怪的、怪异的，它是拼作 weird。好，那今天的课文呢是一段对话。Laura 跟 Alex 正在参观罗马的西班牙阶梯，他们对于不能坐在阶梯上的法规呢有不同的看法。像 Laura 就觉得很不合理，她想要坐在阶梯上自拍都不行，而且要是有人行动不便怎么办呢？她觉得人们应该要有自由，可以坐在任何他们想坐的地方。那么 Alex 则是觉得这个规定很合理啊，这样一来你可以好好欣赏阶梯，不会有那么多人挡住视线。那么行动不便的人，他也许可以坐在别的地方，不一定要坐在阶梯上。而且要是有人毁损这些阶梯要怎么办呢？他们其实是很脆弱的。好，那这时候 Laura 就回答说，如果有人造成毁损，那再罚他们钱不就好吗？好，我们先来看单字 fair。Fair 它是形容词，形容公正合理的或是公平的。那公平代表不会偏袒某一方。Jeff 老师在讲解时用到 favor A over B， 就表示偏爱 A 多于 B。那么 favor 当动词，它就有偏好、偏爱的意思。下一个单字 delicate 它是形容词，形容脆弱的、易碎的，也可以用来形容精美纤细的。那么补充单字 disabled， 它只是用来形容有残疾的或是没有行为能力的。接话课文中。
When in Rome. But by then it would be too late. The city wants to prevent damage.
Why should a few bad apples spoil the whole bunch? If I don't damage the steps, I should be allowed to sit.
It's not just damage, though. People leave their garbage, too.
I still disagree. Anyway, I'm going to get some water at that drinking fountain.
Don't let your lips touch the faucet. That's a new law, too.
Ugh. Anything else I should know?
We can talk about it over some pizza.
No sitting? Oh, give me a break. Fine me if I damage the steps, then.
So basically,
that's what Laura had just said.
Yeah, basically she's saying let tourists sit there, but if they do some damage, then catch them. I'm not sure how that would work because there are thousands of tourists. You'd need police there all the time to make sure they don't do anything. And, of course, once it's broken, it's broken. And that's kind of Alex's point. He says if you just wait until it's damaged, he says, but by then it would be too late. The damage has been done. You want to stop the damage before, not after. That's what he says. The city of Rome and the government there, the city wants to prevent damage, stop it from happening in the first place.
There you go. And Laura comes back with, well, why should a few bad apples spoil the whole bunch? Which is a good saying there in English. Now, before we move on, we have the word bunch to talk about. We're talking about a bunch of things. We're talking about a group of things that are stuck together, okay? It's kind of like a cluster of things. You can have a bunch of grapes. Okay, when you see grapes actually growing in the grapevine, all the grapes, I should say, grow together in a cluster or in a bunch. They grow together and they're close to one another, those grapes are. For example, Sam and his father ate a bunch of grapes during lunch.
Why should a few bad apples spoil the whole bunch? This expression basically means imagine you're a farmer and you have a bunch of apples and two at the top are kind of brown and not so good. Are you going to throw away all of the apples because you think they're all the same? No. You'll take out a few of the bad ones and the rest are fine. In the same way, in a class, if one or two students cheat on a test, it wouldn't be fair for the teacher to blame all of the students in the class. Those two are the bad ones. The others are okay. So basically she's saying, why should a few tourists who are silly or do bad things, why should that make it bad for all of us to sit on the steps? I didn't do anything wrong. And that's what she says. If I don't damage the steps, I should be allowed to sit. Catch the bad apples, but let the other apples sit on the steps.
There you go. Now, Alex responds by saying, well, okay, but it's not just damage, though. People leave their garbage, too.
There are so many tourists these days.
So many tourists these days. And Laura says, well, I still disagree. Anyway, I'm going to get some water at that drinking fountain. That's what she says next. And Alex says, well, don't let your lips touch the faucet. That's a new law, too.
Oh!
And that one makes sense.
Yeah,
public fountain, why would you ever put your lips on the faucet of a public fountain?
Yeah, we find public fountains in public spaces, but especially maybe in a school, a hospital, somewhere like that. It's basically a free place to get water. Tourists might like them. You can fill your water bottle. But anyways, the faucet is that place where the water comes out in a sink or a bathtub or something like that. You turn the taps, that might control the hot and cold, but the faucet is where the water actually comes out. Now, if you're using a drinking fountain, one of those things made for drinking water, usually the water squirts up and the faucet is that thing, and don't put your mouth so close that it's actually on. Oh, nobody wants to drink from that. So keep your mouth a few inches away, a few centimeters away from the faucet. Don't touch the faucet, the place the water comes out, because then other people will get your germs, and that's not good. For example, Beth turned on the faucet and let it run until the water was hot enough. She's probably running a bath or something.
Anyways, Laura goes, ugh, Really?
I love touching the faucet
I love
with
putting
my
my
lips.
lips on the faucet. Anything else I should know, she says sarcastically, and Alex says, well, we can talk about it over some pizza.
So pizza's still legal.
You can
That's
still
good.
eat pizza.
There
yes.
you go. Touch
Anyway.
the pizza with your lips.
There you go. Anyways, that's the end of our lesson on when in Rome. But we still have the what do you think question to ask and then answer. Mike, why do the city officials believe that these new laws are necessary?
Well, I would say Rome's government thinks these laws are necessary because Rome is really, really old and it's one of the most popular cities in the world for tourists. So, as the number of tourists goes up, the chance for damage goes up, and they want to kind of limit that because, as they said, they want future generations, people in the future, to still be able to come to Rome and enjoy it the way it is.
There you go. All right, folks, with that, today's lesson is now in the books, and it's time for us to say bye-bye.
Take care.
刚刚 Laura 说，如果有人造成毁损，再罚他们钱就好啦。可是等到真的被毁损，就为时已晚了。市政府就是想要避免损坏，才会定下这样的法规。好，那 Laura 接着继续表达她的看法。她认为不应该让几颗老鼠屎坏了一锅粥。他自己没有损毁这个阶梯，那就应该被允许坐在那边呢。好，那么 Alex 解释说，观光客会造成的不只是损坏而已，人们还会留下垃圾。好，那讲到最后 ，Laura 她还是不认同这个新规定，她决定要去饮水器那边拿一些水，然后那是喷泉式饮水器，就是按了会喷出水的那一种。Alex 就提醒他说，如果你的嘴唇碰到水龙头，这也是违法的哦，这也是其中一条新规定。好，我们最后来看两个单字 bunch 当名词它表示一串一束或者是一帮一伙，它常常用来表达花或是水果的一串一束或者是一帮人一伙人。那么 Jeff 老师在解释单字时用到 cluster 这个字 cluster 也可以用来表达一串一束或是一群。另外课文用到一句谚语说 A few bad apples spoil the whole bunch， 几颗烂苹果毁了一整堆苹果，那就相当于中文说的几颗老鼠屎坏了一锅粥。下一个单字 faucet 是水龙头，它是当名词来用。Mike 老师在解释单字时用到 squirt 这个动词 squirt 它表示喷射、喷出或是喷涌。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们的文法单元。今天要介绍的文法重点只有一个，就是 What if 主词加动词。What if 主词加动词就表示要是怎么样该怎么办，万一怎么样怎么办。好，句型中的 what if 就跟 what would happen if 怎么样怎么样它的意思相同。后面接的子句呢，可以用直说法，也就是时态照正常变化，也可以用假设法来表达跟事实相反的情况。好，我们来看两个例句。What if it rains？要是下雨该怎么办呢？好，这时候句子里面的动词 rains 它就是用直说法，有照正常时态变化。What if our car ran out of gas on the freeway？ 万一我们的车在高速公路上面没有油了该怎么办啊？好，句子里面的动词 ran 用过去式，好，这边它是用假设法来表达哦。那么以上是今天重点整理，我们下次见了，拜拜。
You want to start?
You can start.
Okay, that works for me. Hello, everybody.
Welcome to English in Action. Hi， 我是 Holly。
I am Shane.
All right， 我们今天的主题呢，我觉得可以。
That works for me.
啊，直接进入对话。
Okay, that works for me. Does that work for you? We'll go to the movie at 2 p.m. and stop by the supermarket on our way home. How does that sound?
That works for me.
Nice.
It's okay.
So in the dialogue, it feels like we're an old married couple or something.
我们生活好无聊的。
So boring.
对哦，不要学我们哦，你们要出去 live your best life，好不好？
But that works for me is actually very useful, right?
So work 其实就是行得通的意思。所以这对我来讲行得通。那还有别的就是讲法吗？
I'm okay with that.
OK， 就是很直白的，没问题，我可以，我很 OK。
That's doable.
哦，doable，所以大家都知道 do 这个字嘛，doable 就是可行的。
That's doable.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's review the sentences again.
All right, I'm okay with that.
All right. That works for me.
That works for me.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
That's doable.
That's doable. Yeah. All right, so next time you don't know how to say it in English, you can.
靠我们就对了。
Hey.